Hi, Kevin Henry. I'm the Group Editorial Director for Advanstar and Dental Products Report, and I'm on a Google Hangout today with John Trefry from 4WT Media. How are you doing today, John?
I'm very well, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. John, would you just talk a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your company and what it does?
Sure, absolutely. So I run 4WT Media, and we are a video production company and agency, and we work with Advanstar to produce content for Dental Products Report and Dental Lab Products, and we are big believers in the power of video content for advertisers and dental practices both to really connect in a meaningful way with their target markets.
Yeah, John has been a great partner of ours, and certainly very privileged to have them as our partner, and does some great work. And you know, John, you alluded to the power of video and how you really connect with customers, and I want to kind of just get your opinion. Obviously, you're that industry insider with all the video knowledge. Just kind of talk to our viewers a little bit about how important it is that they tell their story, not just with words, but also with that video, and try to make that connection.
Yeah, well, Kevin, quite honestly, video content is really the most compelling type of content that you can create for your audience out there. The reason is that more and more, whether it's on a mobile, tablet, desktop, it doesn't matter. We have the ability to stream video content, and most users would prefer to see a short, compelling video piece of video content as opposed to read an article or just look at stills. So video is increasingly important both from an SEO perspective. You know, video is hugely powerful in just improving organic search results, and actually websites with video are 50 times more likely to be on the first page of Google search results. So from an organic SEO perspective, very important, but also more in paid advertising as well. We're seeing that video content can just help increase conversion. So for advertisers out there who are looking to create a really compelling offer for potential customers, video content can be a great way to succinctly describe the benefits for a product or a service, and it's universally, I think, video content just across the board, when done right, just moves the needle.
Well, and let's talk a little bit about when done right, because you know the type of video that I shoot is obviously night and day compared to the ones that you shoot, because again, your company's great, does a great job with everything that we've collaborated on. Should dental professionals and should businesses be a little concerned if they can't get that high quality video like you shoot? Is it okay to use a lower quality and still try to connect with that audience?
Great question. At the end of the day, the difference between online video and what you may see on television is that we accept that online video may not be as polished and as perfect as what we would come to expect when we watch, you know, primetime television, and that's okay. And I think folks out there in the dental industry should embrace that. And you don't necessarily need to be creating content that is professionally produced. You know, this Google Hangout, for example, it's not the best lighting, it's not the best production value, but it's the content and it's what we're discussing, which is really valuable for viewers out there, or we hope at least. And I think that that's a really good analogy for how both advertisers and brands out there, as well as dental practices, can really just start to get their feet wet with creating video content. Doesn't need to be extremely expensive to produce. It's oftentimes just about giving your audience what they want. And the only way to discover what your audience will want is actually put it out into the real world. And so I encourage really all our clients and all the folks that we work with through DPR to experiment with video themselves. And of course, we like to come in and produce great video content, but that doesn't mean that we can't also create content or the folks that we work with can't create content on their own, and it all just works together, I think, to build a library of content that's going to both engage and inform and maybe even entertain your audience out there.
I'm going to kind of pick on your video knowledge for a little bit. Is there such a thing as like the perfect length for a video, or what are some very basic steps that you would advise somebody if they want to explore doing a video on their website or really trying to get their product out there with a video? What are some of the key things that they need to do before anything else?
Yeah, so the general rule of thumb with online video is short and sweet. The paradigm is shifting due to services like Netflix and Hulu, where more and more users are becoming accustomed to watching longer form content on their laptops, mobiles, tablets. I would say that a good rule of thumb for folks in the dental industry is really let the content dictate the duration or the length of the video that you're intending to create. And as a guide, I would try to keep content under 3 minutes. But if you have a really terrific, informative video, maybe talking about a technique or a tip for dental professionals out there, no reason that the video couldn't be 4 or 5 minutes if the content is really engaging. And so it's more informed by the information and what is contained within the video itself as opposed to a hard and fast rule. But typically we try to keep content under about 3 minutes, and if it does start to be longer than that, then we take a look at how we might be able to create like a series and segment the video into different distinct chapters. And that's also another great way to just produce more content, which will help with SEO and just providing another touch point to connect with your audience.
Is there a mistake that you see a lot of people make whenever they're trying to put video up or shoot video?
I think the mistake is not doing it. It's a fear of not doing it the right way, and the cost associated with video is oftentimes perceived to be really prohibitive. But I think most folks out there would be really surprised to know the costs have really come down quite substantially. And whether it's working with a group like ours through DPR or just doing it on your own, producing high-quality video content is certainly accessible to every single brand out there and every single dental professional out there. It's just it's just a matter of making the effort and actually giving it a shot. And I think the biggest mistake that I see is that folks are just afraid to take that first step because they don't think the quality will be there. And what I say is, just get in there and give it a shot, and you'll be really surprised. Most of the audiences out there are actually going to be forgiving if your videos aren't perfect or you don't have professional crew. It's more about the effort and actually just making something to put out there into the real world.
It's good advice, John. I really appreciate it. Can you give our viewers your website and how they can get a hold of you if they want some more information or want to pick your brain a little bit?
Pardon me?
I said, could you give our viewers a website or where they can contact you to get some more information if they want to pick your brain?
Absolutely. So for folks out there who'd like to learn more about us, you can visit us at 4wtmedia.com. And we are big fans of DPR and love collaborating with your group, Kevin. So for any of the dental professionals out there, advertisers who are interested in video content, we'd really welcome a conversation and would encourage them to reach out because I think many viewers would be surprised what we can do and how effective it can be.
Absolutely. Like I said, John and 4WT Media are great partners of ours. They were great to work with at the Chicago Midwinter meeting, really turned in some amazing video. And John, thanks again for letting me pick your brain a little bit this morning and just talk to you about some good and bad things about video out there. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely, Kevin. Thanks for having me on. Look forward to doing it again sometime.
Sounds good. Take care.